Today I wanted to go over some of the signs of alcohol use disorder because so many people ask me all the time, I think I might have this tendency or I'm going down this particular path and I want to know if I really do have a problem. Am I an alcoholic? Do I suffer from alcohol use disorder? And if this is the first time seeing me, well, I was married for 25 years and unfortunately my wife passed away from alcohol use disorder almost 5 years ago next month. And I really tell stories about her life, but it's also important really designed to help others so that other people and family members, these stories will resonate and they will take action upon understanding that they have a problem. I'm going to go over all five of these. There's five really main ones, and it's an important thing to follow. If you think, alcohol is becoming an element in your life. In other words, it's affecting maybe your health, it's affecting your relationships, or it's affecting your productivity, your schooling or your education or your job, and somehow it's interfering with that. The most important thing is when it starts interfering with your relationships and definitely your health. Now, these things are actually designed for family members to be able to be aware that their loved one does have an issue. And the first one is the most obvious, and that's denial. When you have a family member in their denial, and they're in denial, I mean, they obviously have a drinking problem. They're drinking 10, 15, 20 beers a night. They're drinking a liter or two of wine a night, but yet they don't have a problem. Everybody else does, and they've gone to the gaslighting deflection stage. That's when you have a very serious problem. And there's different levels. Somebody might say, you might approach them and say, we think you have a problem, we have concerns, and they're going, no, I don't have a problem. I mean, everybody else around me does, so I mean, I'm just fitting the crowd. I'm just fitting the culture that I'm in. Big red flag that they're either on the path or they certainly well down the path. Another one very obvious is just their inability to moderate their alcohol intake. Whenever they go out, it's not one or two drinks. They drink until they pass out. I can handle it. It's no big deal. And then, 15 beers and 6 shots of whiskey later, you're carrying them out out of the party or the situation or the bar. And they just don't have the ability to regulate their intake, and they don't really have a concern for that. Huge red flag. It's also the most unhealthy way to go because it can affect you in so many ways. It's so much stress on the heart specifically, and people have died from it, from alcohol poisoning, by binge drinking. Binge drinking is by far the most dangerous way, the most dangerous path to go down. And then really the most frustrating behavior, certainly for family members when you have an alcoholic in their family, is the ability to rationalize unacceptable behaviors. Gosh, I got stuck in that checkpoint the other night and I got a DUI. I was so unlucky. Not really. The reality is, well, why were you drinking and driving to begin with? I'm sorry about the bodily fluids and the vomit on the couch. I'll clean them up. Look, it just happened that one time and it'll never happen again. And this is like the fourth time it's happened in the last 2 weeks. Another one is maybe some outrageous situation that happened. My wife drove through the front of our house twice. Oh gosh, I'm really sorry that happened. Or they just simply won't even acknowledge that it happened at all, and will do anything and anything possible to go around the conversation. Not accepting their behaviors is a huge, huge problem. And then there's the problem of the talented ability to convince oneself that a lie is the truth. Hi, have you been drinking? And they're obviously inebriated. Oh no, I don't drink anymore. I gave that up. Or weren't you passed out on the floor last night? Oh no, the floor was dirty and I was cleaning it. I had to get real close to the tiles because I was doing a deep clean in it. Well, you were sound asleep, passed out. Oh no, I was cleaning the floor. Okay. And really the last one, that person has a very obvious problem, is if they're drinking in isolation or they're very secretive about their drinking. You always feel like you have to watch what their actions are doing. Or maybe, obviously they're drinking in their bedroom. Maybe they drink in their car. They show up inebriated and no one's seen them drink. Or they're carrying around a bottle and there's probably vodka or wine inside of it. And you think it's water, or they play it off as such. You just have the feeling that there is suspicion there, and you always feel suspicious. If you're feeling those kind of gut feelings, then yes, you have a problem. This is the reactions from families. The alcoholic themselves, all these types of denials means it's time for an intervention. It's time to step in, because it's not going to go away on its own. In fact, it's going to get much worse before it ever gets better. And it's going to take professional help. It's going to take group therapy, individual therapy, a change of mindset, a change of culture, maybe a change of scenery. But it's going to take some really watershed things in that person's life to change their life. And it's important for family members to identify these and understand that. And again, my wife's memoir is called Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. It was the story of her 25-year decline with alcohol use disorder. And again, she passed away February 21st, 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago now. Crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. Again, you can find it on Barnes & Noble. You can find it on my website in my link tree. I also go live Monday through Friday right around 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern. We have the Facebook group. It's called There's an Alcoholic in the Family. Again, link is in my link tree. And when you're ready to work with me one-on-one, set up a breakthrough call. It takes about 45 minutes or so. We could do a deep dive into what's going on with you and your family, and then we go over the program. The call is free. The program is definitely not. But I'm looking to find people who want to change their lives and the lives of their family. And again, thanks so much for listening.